PTCI Channel 2 welcomes you to our coverage of the Oklahoma football playoffs. We are at Kilmer Field in Laverne, Oklahoma for tonight's matchup between the visiting Waukomis Chiefs and the Laverne Tigers. The Waukomis Chiefs come into this game with a 4-6 record. They finished third in District B2. Laverne comes in with a 7-2 overall record and with a second place finish in the very tough District B1. Of course, in the playoffs, the first and second place teams in each district host the first round games. And so Laverne, once again this year, either first or second every year for several years, have won it, this district, several years in a row. They are hosting again tonight. Most likely would have to go on the road if they win tonight. And looks like they've decided to, they did win the coin toss, and so they decided to take the ball. So they will receive back deep. Will be their two of their running backs. Number 30, a freshman, Houston Bockelman, and a sophomore, number 25, Cody Madsen.
James Busby kicking off formation for Waukomis.
Referees making sure everyone's set for play.
It's playoff time in Crawford County.
And here's the boot. A short kick, loose on the ground, and Laverne will fall on it about the 42-yard line, as that was number 3, Peyton Freeman, that fell on that one. So 1st and 10 for Laverne, their offensive starters. At center, number 44, Austin Bratt. At guard, number 40, Cooper Long, and number 88, Austin Morrison. At end, number 20, Rustin Domi, and number 11, Zach Nine. We'll come back with the backs and receivers here in a moment. We've got a flag on the opening play. And it's going to be offsides on Waukomis, so a free 5 yards for Laverne. The other starters at fullback, number 22, Gabriel Lavelle. At running back, number 25, Cody Madsen, and number 30, Houston Bockelman. And at quarterback, number 10, Garrison Long. Of course, I did give you nine starters. They will change out their running backs there. So, and we've got another flag. And that one's going to be on Laverne. We're going to move back. So it's going to be 1st and 10 like nothing ever happened. So Laverne at the line. Long will line up under center. Madsen in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Cuts inside. He's up to about the 45-yard line. So gain of about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. We'll say a long 6. These two teams were in a single district just a few years back, had 10 teams in it. Then they decided to split all the Class B districts down to 5 teams. Garrison lets one go over the middle into the hands of Zach Nine and then dropped as he was in Chief territory inside the 40-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down. Sophomore Bodie Smith will come into the game, line up wide. Madsen wide to the other side. Madsen in motion, handoff. Try to get it outside, up past midfield. He's at the 40. It's going to be a race, and nobody's going to catch him. He's at the 10-5 touchdown, Laverne Tigers. So the Tigers strike quickly on their opening drive. Line up for 2-point. Long hands it off up the middle to Gabriel Lavelle. He's in for the 2-point conversion. So less than a minute into this one, 11:02 to play in the first quarter. It's Laverne 8, Waukomis 0. Back out. They'll spread out. And here's the approach and the kick. End over end kick. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Oh, he stopped it from going out of bounds. So it was touched. Bad. They threw a flag, but it looked like he grabbed it before it went out of bounds.
Yes, he did.
That's a big difference because one way they're going to have the ball inside the 10. The other, it's going to be out at the 35.
I thought he touched it and then it went out of bounds.
And now they're saying a false start penalty or offsides. No, they're good. It is the ball going out of bounds. So Waukomis will have the ball at the 35-yard line.
It's like orange.
They'll line up pistol formation, turn, hand off to the running back to the right. And he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. Bodie Smith, the first one there, grabbing at his arm, though, after that. Zach 9 also there, as well as Houston Bockelman. As defensive starters, at nose, number 99, Zeppelin Batman. At defensive end, number 88, Austin Morrison, and number 11, Zach 9. We'll get to the rest of those starters here. Second down, 10 yards to go. Same tight formation. They'll option to the right side. Pitch to the running back. He's going to be dropped. Maybe a short gain. And Bodie Smith there again for the first player there. Also number 20, Rustin Domi from his linebacker position. Other linebackers, number 24, Jade Romero. Number 25, Cody Madsen. The defensive backs, number 3, Peyton Freeman. Number 14, Bodie Smith. And number 30, Houston Bockelman. Third down, 10 yards to go. Man in motion, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass. Lets one go and just throws that one into the ground as he was under pressure. And covered well. They'll throw the flag. Referees will discuss whether they'll consider that an intentional grounding call or not. And they are waving it off. I think number 44 would have been considered a legal receiver in the area, so they'll wave that off, but it's still going to be 4th and 10. So they're going to have to punt. And back deep for Laverne will be the freshman, number 30, Houston Bockelman. He'll line up at about the 30-yard line.
44 did not run a shallow. He walked.
Mark Mann checks into the bottom, number 33 for the Tigers. Cooper Wheaton, punt formation for the Chiefs.
There's a snap and the kick. Bockelman catches at the 25. Up to the 30, the 35. Still loose near the 40. Cuts across the field, still on his feet. And fights his way forward to about the 44-yard line. And that's where Laverne will have it 1st and 10 with 9:29 still to play here in the first quarter. So Laverne comes in line. They'll split 2 out to the shallow side. 1 back in the backfield with Long. That'll be Lovell. Hand off to Lovell. Straight up the middle, fighting forward, drags the tacklers all the way up to midfield. And that'll make it 2nd down at about 4 yards to go. Senior quarterback Garrison Long getting his play call from the sideline. Head coach Kayot down there. Pistol formation. Hand off to the running back. And gains about a yard on the play as that was Lovell again. So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Tigers come to the line. They'll split 1 out to each side. Madsen comes in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Good penetration, but able to find an alley and then push forward through the tackle up to the 41-yard line in Waukomis territory for the 1st down. So even though the Waukomis defense didn't do too bad of a job there, Madsen able to maneuver his way through and get the 1st down.
Reverse pass.
They'll split 1 to each side again. Madsen in motion. Hand off. Gives it back to Smith. Wide open as he lets it go. It's caught. Austin Morrison jogs into the end zone, and the Tigers are back on the board again. There wasn't anyone within 30 yards of him. 41-yard touchdown pass from Bodie Smith to Austin Morrison. Am I saying Morrison right? Tigers huddle up for the 2-point conversion. They'll split 2 to the left. Bockelman in the backfield with Long. He'll motion out. They'll throw it to him out there, trying to fight his way forward. He's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line, so no good on the 2-point conversion. 7:37 left to play in the first quarter. It's Laverne 14, Waukomis 0. And you'll see them approach, and sometimes they'll go ahead and onside it from that position. They go ahead and kick it deep. Caught at the 10, up to the 20-yard line, and he was just going to fall down as several, and one of the Laverne players falls on him when he was clearly down. So poor decision there is going to give him 15 extra yards. So they'll be at the 35 just like they'd kicked it out of bounds again. So 1st and 10 for the Chieftains.
Personal foul called against the Tigers.
So once again, 1st and 10 for the Chieftains at their own 35-yard line. They'll split 2 out to the left of the formation, back to the right. Man in motion. They'll hand it off to him on a jet sweep. And he's going to be dragged down from behind by Cody Madsen. Chase that play from behind from his linebacker position. And it looks like they're going to give forward progress of maybe a half a yard there. So 2nd down, 9.
Battling that kid. They haven't made anything.
They'll split 1 out wide to the wide side. Overload to that side as well. Quarterback under center. He'll pitch it. And ball knocked loose as they went for the reverse. Ball still loose. And it is Laverne ball. So it looked like Zach 9 had missed it, tried to pick it up. It looked like Waukomis had a chance for a clear recovery, but missed it, and Laverne falls on it. Possibly Zeppelin Batman on the recovery. The nose tackle chased that one down. So it is 1st and 10 for Laverne at the 14-yard line of the Chieftains with 6:48 left still in this first quarter. Madsen will line up deep behind Long. He'll run it to the overloaded side, inside the 10, still fighting forward. Finally pushed out of bounds at about the 6 or 7 yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at about the 7. And that'll make it 2nd down, about 3 yards to go. So Laverne comes to the line, split 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Garrison in the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. Looking over the middle to the corner, actually. Gets the pass. It is caught by Rustin Domi. This splits the defenders, and he's into the end zone. And there's blood in the water as Laverne takes a 20-0 lead with 6:34 still to play in this first quarter. So 2-point conversion attempt. Peyton Freeman under center. Drops it, ball goes forward though with it after he picked it up. Referees have not made a signal. Yes, they say he is in. So we've still got over a half of the first period to go, and it's 22-0. Laverne in control over Waukomis. Level set to kick off again for the Tigers. They'll line up in that bunch set. Here's the approach. They'll back off. Now spread out. Waukomis will adjust as well. And there's a line drive kick caught at the 10-yard line. Up to the 20. Trying to go outside up to the 25-yard line. Freeman brings him down at the 27. So 1st and 10 for Waukomis. Waukomis comes to the line. They'll split one receiver all the way out to the wide side of the field, pistol formation. H back in motion. They'll send the running back right after him, and he's going to be wrapped up by Zach 9 in the backfield for a loss. Nobody blocked on that outside. Overloaded the blocking in the hole. Zach 9 just kind of stepped around it and made the tackle. 2nd down, 11 yards to go. There's number 33, Mark 9, now kind of clogging up the middle end there at nose guard. Also, those linebackers up tight as well. Man in motion across the formation. They'll option to the wide side. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to be dropped for a loss back inside the 25-yard line. Rustin Domi in on the tackle. And also Freeman as well. And Mark 9, the nose guard. So third down and a long 12 from the 25-yard line. Because right now the Chieftains stand at negative offensive yards. They'll split two out here to the wide side. Quarterback drops back to pass. Lets one go outside, well covered, and it was caught. No, they'll say it was dropped as Bodie Smith was there to defense that pass and knocked it away. And it's going to be fourth down and 12 to go. Once again, Houston Bockelman will drop back to receive the punt. He'll line up at the Tigers between the 40 and 45-yard line. There's a snap and the kick. He'll let it roll, picks it up at the 35-yard line, avoids the defender up to the 40, cuts across the field, flag on the play. He's at the 50, into Waukomis territory at the 40, down at about the 37-yard line, but it looks like there is a flag on the field back near the Tigers' 40-yard line. Personal foul penalty called against Laverne, so they'll move back 15 yards from the spot of that penalty, which is right near the 40-yard line. So they'll be all the way back at their own 25-yard line. Of course, Waukomis hasn't shown any ability to stop Laverne's offense anymore so far, so if they continue the way they have in their first three drives, it won't matter anyway.
I don't know who we can see him from the sideline, but there's 50 charge cords in the locker room. Cooper's got my keys. That's in a freshman.
So Laverne will come to the line. They'll split one out wide to each side, pistol formation. There's a snap. Long drops back to pass. Lets one go deep. He's got Bodie Smith. It's caught at the 45. And he's going to be, breaks free of the tackle at the 25, at the 10, the 5. Touchdown Tigers. Moves them back to their own 25-yard line on the penalty. And what do? They go 75 yards on the touchdown pass from Long to Smith. Oops, sorry. Just a beautiful run there by Smith. Broke a pretty good tackle there at the 25-yard line. Not sure how he was able to get loose on that one, but he did. And ended up in the end zone. So 2-point conversion attempt. Running back in motion, handoff on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down. So with 4:39 left to play in the first quarter, it's now Laverne 28, Waukomis 0. So Laverne set to kick off again. As he mentioned, Laverne finished second in the brutally tough District B1, and tonight, just listening to some of the scores out there, that Looks like B1 is winning all 4 games and has a chance to go 4-0. As Sealing, who finished 4th in the district, beat the top 3 teams, including Waukomis, in B2 earlier in the season. So we could see a sweep by the district here in the first round. Level set to kick off. Bunch formation. Here's the approach. They'll back off and spread out again. Here's the approach and the kick. Ball caught at the 10-yard line, on the run, up to the 20, the 25, and going to be brought at about the 28-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Freeman and Zach Nine in on the tackle. Chieftains with negative yards, probably negative 2 yards of offense so far, as the Laverne defense has just completely shut them down so far. In fact, that last play by Laverne was the first play run in the game from their end of the field, and it was a 75-yard touchdown for the Tigers. There's a snap, handoff to the tailback, and gains positive yards up to the 32-yard line. Their best offensive play of the night, about a 4-yard gain. Make that about a 3-yard gain on the play, so 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Waukomis will come to the line. They'll split one out to each side. Quarterback under center, man in motion. Handed off to him straight up the middle. Breaks through his initial tackle at the 35-yard line, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. Broke through the initial tackle by Batman, and then Freeman was there and started to bring him down, and Domi finished him off. And it's going to be very close to the 1st down. Referee steps up and says it's 1st down. So Waukomis with their first down of the game, and that's got to be a bit of a relief. 3:45 still to play 1st quarter. There's a snap, handoff to the tailback. Fights his way, bounces it outside. He's going to be dropped after about a 3 or 4 yard gain by Freeman. 2nd down, 7 yards to go again. Mark Nine checks in at the nose guard position. They'll split one wide to the wide side of the field. And it looks like they may have drawn Nine across the line for a free 5. And it is, so what was a 2nd down and 7 is now going to be 2nd down and 2. Set the ball up at the between the 46, 47 yard line. There's a snap, handoff to the left. He's going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Domi, the first one there. It's going to be 3rd down. Deepest penetration of the game for the Chieftains at their own 46-yard line. Looks like they marked the ball back maybe half a yard, right at the 46. So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Quarterback drops back to pass. Lets one go deep. Closest player there was Houston Baukomis, the safety, and it's going to be 4th down, and obviously the Chieftains will most likely go for it here, already trailing 28-0.
Yeah, he's gone.
Solo lineup, different formation with two backs in the backfield. Drops back to pass, throws it out in the flat. Intercepted! Peyton Freeman, and he's going to be tripped up and dropped at about the 15-yard line. Just a beautiful read on that play. Aggressive defensive play. Had to reach down and grab them. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Laverne Tigers at the 16-yard line of the Chieftains with 2:02 left to play in this first quarter. Just a fantastic play there by Freeman. Split to each side. Level in the backfield with Long. Long drops back to pass. Lets one go over the middle. It's caught down at the 5-yard line. That'll be Domi on the catch, so it'll be 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Under 2 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Laverne leading comfortably and looking to add on to it. They split 2 to the short side of the field. Hand off to Lovell, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Loss of about a yard, maybe 2 on that play. Like they tried to misdirection that one a little bit. And the Chieftain defense was there to make the stop. 2nd and goal back at the 7-yard line. Madsen with the ball. Gets away from an defender, goes back the other way. Just too much speed. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. So Laverne well on their way to putting this first-round game away early. They'll line up for the 2-point conversion. Smith lines up wide to the left. Bockelman in the backfield with Long. Hand off to Bockelman straight up the field. He's going to be dropped. So no good on the 2-point conversion. 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Laverne 34, Waukomis nothing. So Tigers will line up to kick it off again. Lovell set to kick off. They'll stay in that bunch formation again. Here's the approach. They'll back off and spread out again. Here's the approach and the kick. That one will bounce, roll back inside the 5-yard line where he picks it up at about the 4. And he's going to be dropped inside the 15-yard line. So the Chieftains have it there, 1st and 10 at about the 13-yard line. Their worst starting field position of the game. You'll have a man in motion. They'll come line up behind him. Hand off to the running back. Gets outside up past the 20-yard line where he's wrestled down by Smith. A nice gain of about 7 yards on the play, so second down, 3 yards to go.
Make sure we get good jams here. Linebackers need to play low.
The Chieftains on that last drive, and this one at least, are in positive yardage total. They were not on those first 3 drives. And that's the end of the first quarter. Laverne dominating Waukomis. It's 34-0. I was thinking it was 90, but
That's still last week.
so is it? Okay. So Waukomis second down, 3 yards to go from the 21-yard line. Throws the pass out. It's caught up past the 30, the 35, and makes his way up to about the 39-yard line before he's brought down. Smith over there, as well as Domi to help make the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chieftains.
Pretty sure he was. He's not casting it good. I'm sure he was.
There's a snap, it's low, gets the handoff, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield, or right at the line of scrimmage. And Batman in on the tackle as well as Domi. Second down, 10 yards to go. Pistol formation, split to each side. Quarterback lets one go on the slant pass. It's caught up past midfield. And he's going to be tackled there at about the 47-yard line. So the Chieftains in Tiger territory for the first time tonight. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Tiger 47-yard line. Mark 9 checks in at fullback. Or I'm sorry, at nose tackle. The sophomore Logan Cook, number 34, comes in at cornerback. So 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Receiver in motion. Hand off to the running back up the middle. He's inside the 40. And looks like he'll have enough for a first down again at the 37-yard line. And they'll say he's just a little bit short, so second down, maybe a yard to go.
Hey, Jade just stalemated with him, and Mark stuck his head and left a gap. Yeah.
Under center, hand off to the fullback to the right. Zach 9 there to make the tackle. Bodie Smith there to help out after a short gain. And that will be enough for the first down. Ball still short of the 35 as they'll mark it at the 36-yard line.
Next score, Brigham leads Snyder 6-0 early in the first quarter.
So they'll line up trips to the right of the formation. Quarterback in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He'll drop back to pass. He's going to take off and run, and he's going to be sacked. As Zach 9 drops him for a loss back at the 39-yard line.
Cam was that first quarter?
Yeah.
Early first quarter.
Second down, 12 yards to go, split to each side. Man in motion. He'll line up behind him, take the handoff straight up the middle, and he's going to be dropped immediately Madsen and Mark 9 in on the tackle. Or actually, Zeppelin Batman was in there on that play and helped to make that tackle.
55 Tanner Hook checks into the Tiger line.
So 3rd down and 12. He'll split 2 to the left. Quick throw out there. It's caught. Dives forward. Back to the original line of scrimmage, basically, is all he got is Freeman. Made a great tackle there, avoiding the blocker. So 4th and 10 from the Tigers' 36-yard line. They'll line up 2 split to the short side of the field. There's a snap, rolls back to pass. Lets one go over the middle to the tight end. It's caught, and he's going to be brought down near the 30-yard line by Domi. That's a turnover on downs. Back to the Tigers with 7:38 left to play in the first half.
Snyder takes the lead over the Virgo Mountains, 8-6.
Keep me updated. So Laverne at the line. They'll split 2 to the wide side, 1 to the short side. Drops back to pass under pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a sack. They'll give him forward progress just outside the 20-yard line. That's going to be a loss of almost 10 yards on the play, so 2nd down, and we'll call it 20 to go.
Charlie Lucky in on the stop.
So Laverne will split 1 out wide to each side. Long drops back to pass again. He'll have to escape out to his right. Lets one go short. Smith catches it, avoids the first tackler up to the 40-yard line, gets a block from Madsen. Still loose. And up to the 25-yard line, a flag was thrown. And I think that was a mistake. It looked like a clean block on that play by Madsen. And they're going to bring it back, though.
And I don't know who the hold was on because we didn't really block anybody.
So that one's going to be marked all the way back inside the 20. Back to about the...
And the guy that Cody supposedly blocked in the back landed on his back.
all the way back to the 6-yard line. It looked like the flag was thrown up near the 40. Usually that penalty is going to be assessed where the block in the back happens. But either way, Laverne's going to have it second down all the way back at their own 6-yard line. Just 34 yards to go for the first down. Hasn't been a problem so far. They'll spread out this time, man in motion across the formation. Long drops back, under pressure, lets it go back the other way. It's dropped. Bodie Smith had it and probably was going to take that one to the house. Probably would have gone 94 yards, but looked like he tried to take off before he had it in his hands. So instead, it's going to be third down and 34 yards to go. So Laverne really in the worst situation they've been so far in this game, but with a 34-0 lead, it's really not that terrible anyway. Two split to the shallow side. Fakes the throw, throws it deep. He's got Smith out there and overthrows him. He was wide open. He had beaten the defensive back by about 3 or 4 yards. So back-to-back plays that could have easily been touchdowns end up with no gain, and the Tigers are going to have to punt. So Garrison Long, quarterback, will drop back into punt formation. There's a snap, has to reach up and grab it. He's under pressure. He's going to be dropped in the end zone for a safety, and the Waukomis Chieftains are on the board. So with 6:26 left to play in the half, it is now Laverne 34, Waukomis 2. Level lined up to kick off again. Bunch formation, they approach, and then they'll back off and spread out again. And here's the kick. That one's going to be caught at the 35, up to the 45, and tackled right at midfield. They'll mark him a yard in Tiger territory at the 49. As Morrison was in on the tackle, as well as number 73, a junior, Justin Massey. On my toes. Whew. They'll spread one out to the shallow side. Kind of a power pistol formation. Quarterback will take it to the right. Looked like he wasn't quite ready for that snap. Maybe they were trying to draw off Laverne, got them to move, but they got back in time. Dropped for a loss of about 2 yards back in Chieftain territory at the 49. Several Tigers there to make the tackle. So 2nd down, 12 yards to go. So they'll line up, same formation. Quarterback takes a snap, hand off to the running back. He'll try to get out wide, and he's going to be brought down from behind by Madsen. Gains about 3 yards up to the Tiger 48-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down, 9 yards to go. They'll line up, same formation again. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's looking for that tight end again, throws over him, way over him. He was open for the catch, but it's going to be 4th down. 4th and 9.
Yeah, hey, let's go sugar here. Call it right now.
So 2 backs in the backfield, one split out wide. Drops back to pass, throws it deep along the sideline. Houston Bockelman there gets his hands on it. That one falls harmlessly to the turf. Ball turned over on downs, back to the Tigers. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line with 4:42 left to play, leading 34-2. Of course, the 8-man game with the 45-point mercy rule, so a couple more scores by Laverne here could end this one at halftime. Tight formation. Now they'll spread out, two split out each side. Garrison in the shotgun. Takes the snap, bounces to him, wide open over the middle. It's caught by Morrison, and they're not going to catch him. Touchdown Tigers. 52 yards. So really spread the defense out. Hit it right over the middle. Wide open by a long ways. They'll split two to the left. Level in the backfield with him. Handoff, ball dropped. And so no good on the two-point conversion. 4:33 left to play in the first half. It's Laverne 40, Waukomis 2. Level sets the ball on the tee, ready for the kickoff. Bunch formation again. Here's the approach. They'll back out and spread out again. And here's the approach and the kick. That one's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Chieftains at their 35-yard line.
I'm telling you, I've already said what I have to say about Gabe. He's the only one that was just living on his phone the whole time before the game.
So Waukomis in a pistol formation. Ball bobbled. They'll blow the play dead as it looks. They'll call that a offsides on Laverne. So 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, maybe it's just lingering in my nose.
So 1st and 5 for the Chieftains. Handoff straight up the middle and grabbed right there at the line of scrimmage. Mark 9 with the tackle from his nose tackle position. They'll give him a gain of 1 yard up to the 41-yard line. So 2nd down, 4 yards to go. One split to the short side, drops back to pass. Throws it outside, ball is tipped. So incomplete. Jade Romero was on the coverage, number 24. So 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Laverne already leading 40-2. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw over the middle to his tight end. Was it intercepted? They'll say no. is it looked like Houston Bockelman had got underneath that one at the 45-yard line of the Tigers.
It was good. It was really good. You got it.
And it's going to be 4th down and 4.
It might have hit the ground. He was sliding.
Able to look at a replay up here. Couldn't really tell for sure if he was underneath it or not, so I guess we'll just have to take the referee's word on that one. Waukomis going to go for it here. Drops back to pass. Throws it on the slant pattern. Too high. Bodie Smith on the defense. Turned over on downs. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Chieftain 41-yard line with 3:44 left to play. Already leading 40-2. Tigers at the line, quarterback under center. Madsen in motion, they'll hand it off to him. Tries to get outside, and he's gonna fights his way forward and somehow gains some yards on that play as it looked like he was gonna be dropped for about a 3-yard loss. Makes it up to about the 37-yard line somehow. So 2nd down and 7, we'll say. They'll trips out to the right. Long back to pass. Got plenty of time. Still no pressure. And finally he's going to be dropped. Ball came loose. They'll say it was down though. Say it was already down. Looked like Long had plenty of time. If nobody's coming open, he's going to have to get rid of that one. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 12 yards to go now for the Tigers. Two and a half minutes left to play in the first half. If Laverne was able to score and get the 2-point conversion, they would be up by 46, and that would be enough for the 45-point mercy rule. Pistol formation. He'll roll out to his right, throw back to his left to Bockelman. He's up to the 40-yard line, avoids the first tackler, but he's going to be wrangled in. Flag on the play. We'll have to see what the call is. He's marked down at the 39. Clock stop with 2:02 left to play. Personal foul face mask, and that is going to give the Tigers a 1st down. Quite a break there. Down to the 24-yard line. So as we mentioned, one more score with a 2-point conversion and this game could be over at halftime. 2:02 still left to play. Long comes in with the play from the sideline. There's a snap, handoff straight up the middle. That's Romero inside the 20 to the 13-yard line. So nice hole, nice run there. Romero with 4 rush TDs on the season. Of course, the quarterback, Garrison Long, with over 1,200 yards passing and 16 touchdowns. He's added to that total tonight. Under pressure, lets one go late and just behind Romero. So it'll be 3rd down. Of course, Long also with 4 rushing TDs coming into tonight too. Clock at 1:18. Split to each side. He'll roll out to his right. Lets the pass go into the end zone, but it's well short of Waukomis. So it's going to be 4th down. And obviously where the Tigers are on the field, they're going to go for it. Of course, a lot of times during the regular season, if a team's up this big, they'll go ahead and put their backup players in. But when the playoffs come around, they try to get these games over as quick as possible, trying to avoid any kind of injuries. When you are talking about the smaller schools playing in 8-man, and I think everybody would be happy to get out of this cold chill tonight anyway. So 4th down, here we go. Garrison drops back to pass, lets one go outside. Bodie Smith out there, pass too wide. Ball turned over on downs, back to the Chieftains at the 19-yard line with 1:12 left to play in the half. Tigers leading 40-2. Why didn't they just hand it off to Madsen and get it over with? So the Chieftains will split out 2 to the left of the formation. Hand off to the running back to the right. He dives forward past the 20-yard line up to the 22-yard line. So 2nd down. Under a minute left to play. Quarterback drops back, fakes the short pass. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man out there. It's caught and stepped out of bounds in Tiger territory at the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chieftains there. 40 seconds left in the half. Laverne leading comfortably, and looks like maybe some of the players have maybe taken that a little bit too much to heart. Their alertness appears to drop. Trips formation to the shallow side. Quarterback, still no pressure there. Throws it over the middle, almost intercepted. As Bodie Smith there. So 2nd down, 10 yards to go. 29 seconds left in the half. Split to each side for the Chieftains. Man in motion. Quarterback rolls to his right. Lets one go. Short pass. Oh! And an explosive hit from Bodie Smith. Just blew that play up, and he's still on the ground, hurt. So we're going to take an injury timeout with 24 seconds left in the half. It's Laverne 40. Waukomis 2. And looks like he's back up on his feet. Good to see he's able to walk off on his own. That was a vicious hit by Bodie Smith on that play. And that's going to make it 3rd and 10 for the Chieftains at the Tiger 48-yard line. Twins to the left, one split to the right. Empty backfield. Quarterback drops back to pass under pressure already. Lets one go deep down the sideline. and threw his receiver's hands just a little bit behind him as he had gotten behind Peyton Freeman and also Houston Backelman over there. So it'll be 4th and 10. Would have had to been pretty much a perfect ball on that one though, as they were over there. 18 seconds left to play in the half. So they'll trips to the right of the formation. Motion a man back the other way. Quarterback drops back. Throws one over the middle, off his receiver's hands. Ball turned over on downs. 13 seconds left in the half. Laverne will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. We do have a flag on the play. We'll see what that is. And it's a holding call. Of course, Laverne will decline that penalty. They'll take possession of the ball at their own 48-yard line and see if they can get a score in here in these final 13 seconds. They've had two or three one-play drives so far tonight, so they definitely can strike quickly. So shotgun formation. Split one to each side. Long drops back to pass. Throws the wheel route down the sideline to Madsen. That falls incomplete. So 2nd down, 10 yards to go. 9 seconds still to play. They got that play off in a hurry. At the most, 2 plays. Maybe only 1 play left. They'll split 2 to the right this time. Long back to pass under pressure, avoids it, lets one go deep. He's got Smith out there, but he can't chase it down from behind as it lands over the top of his head. 3 seconds left in the half. So 1 more shot at it, as the Chieftains kind of brought the house on that one. So they'll split 2 to the right again. Drops back to pass. He'll roll out to the right under pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a sack, and that is the half. They'll head to the locker room. It's Laverne 40, Waukomis 2. So we are ready for the second half. Setting the ball on the tee to kick off will be the sophomore number 2, Chris Perez. There's the Tigers leading 40-2. They can hold out the Chieftains and then put one more on the board. They could put this one to bed, as already several other teams have done early in these playoff games. Ball up to the 25, 26, 27. There he is brought down by Madsen and also Peyton Freeman. First and 10 for the Chieftains. They'll spread one out to each side. Pistol formation. There's a snap, handoff to the running back. He runs it out wide, and he's going to be dropped for a loss as Freeman came up and made a great play there. might have reached forward near the first down, or near the original line of scrimmage. Looks like that's where they're going to mark it. So it'll be second down. Actually gave him a yard or two gain. Didn't really see that on the play, but so second down, 9 yards to go. As I'm following the yard marker, and he's moving it up 2 yards, and then he's moving it back to none, and then he's moving it up to 1. So it's second down and 9. Man in motion, he'll line up the running back. They'll hand it off, try to bounce it outside, and he's going to be drugged down there by Zach 9 after a yard gain on that one. So it'll be third down, 8 yards to go.
62-6. Oh, ceiling pioneer tied 20. Must have got loose. Third, 11 left.
Waukomis comes to the line, 3rd and 8, split to each side, pistol formation.
Way over there. Try to hit the tight end.
Quick throw outside on the slant. It's caught up at the 35-yard line, quickly brought down by Bodie Smith. About a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down. It'll be 4th and short for the Chieftains. Of course, trailing 40-2, they're going to go for it.
Looks like it's going to be pro.
So they'll same formation again. They've hit the tight end out of this formation several times as well over the middle as they spread those guys out. And a timeout is called as the play clock was nearing 0. So a timeout on the field, 9:47 left to play third quarter. It's Laverne 40, Waukomis 2. So 4th, 2 yards to go, 2 splits to the wide side of the field, a back to his right. There's a snap, drops back to pass. He's under pressure, he's going to be dropped by Morrison back at the 25-yard line. Ball turned over on downs, and the Laverne offense will have it in prime position to score with 9:42 left to play in the third quarter. If Laverne scores here, I'm sure that'll be time to bring out the best 2-point conversion play they've got. Because I think even the coaches are ready to get out of here tonight. Tight formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff, runs out wide. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, breaks the tackle, still loose, and brought down at the 5-yard line. That was Chris Perez with a great run there. It's going to be first and goal for the Tigers at the 5-yard line. We're sitting at about 28 degrees outside, wind chill down to about 20. I lost all feeling in my toes back in the first half. It's a cold one. Tight formation again, 2 backs again, handed off to Perez, and he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage this time. Waukomis read that same play quickly, and so it's going to be no gain on the play. Second down, 5 to go there from the second and goal from the 5.
Hey, Chris is acting so dramatic out there that the right had about me. Acting like a turd. Too much drama right now.
So they'll line up, same type formation, turn, pitch it out to the fullback, and he's going to be drugged down to the 10-yard line, as that was number 67, Mason Massey. So it's going to be third down and goal, but now all the way back at the 8-yard line, as they did give him forward progress. So they'll split one out wide. Man in motion. Fakes a handoff on the jet sweep, rolls out, throws the pass. It's caught. Touchdown. Mason Massey on the catch from Peyton Freeman for the touchdown. It's 46-2. If Laverne is able to convert on this 2-point conversion, it will be the mercy rule and this game will be over and the Tigers will be moving on to round 2 of the Class B playoffs. They'll split one out wide to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Perez under center. And they're going to call a timeout as they couldn't get the alignment right for the 2-point conversion. 7:45 left to play in the third quarter. It's 46-2 Laverne. So out of the timeout, Laverne back out on the field. Really pretty much all backups in there for this 2-point conversion. Perez under center, man in motion. He'll hand it off, trying to go out wide. Can he get there? He's into the end zone. Chris Perez scores the 2-point conversion, and with 7:45 left in the third quarter, this one is over. The Laverne Tigers are moving on to the second round of the Class B playoffs with a 48-2 win. Most likely they'll meet undefeated Snyder next week in the second round of the playoffs. We thank you for joining us on PTCI Channel 2's coverage of high school football, and we hope you'll join us again next week. Good night from Laverne, Oklahoma.